Hey, hello, welcome to FS with Srikanth. Now we are going to discuss basic structure of C, commonly used library functions in C, C programming rules, and executing the C program, and how do we save the C program. There are two sides is there. The one is the documentation oriented C structure, and this side is structural oriented. It is documentation oriented, right? So in a first part, in a document, first we are going to discuss documentation oriented. In the first part, we are going to discuss documentation section. In a documentation section, we place the comment lines. So first, before that, why we are using comment lines and how we can write the comment lines. With the help of these symbols, we can write the comment lines. The comment lines are not compiled and comment lines are not executable. So right, first of all, why this documentation section is required. The first case, if you want to mention the program details, and the details never be compiled and never be executed, that are secret information. So that situation we are using these comment lines for our developers. If in case we are declaring any variable, any statement, so we need to maintain that statement meaning, that variable meaning, that function meaning, so that meanings never be executed. And one more, if we want to mention the program author name, program developer team members, right, team members name, whatever it may be, the details we won't compile and we won't execute. In a documentation section, we can write some comment lines. And what is the C program? C program consists of one or more functions. C program is not contains only one function. It contains set of functions to do particular task. Each and every function having group of sequences, and that statements that are executed together. Suppose there are 4 or 5 functions are there. In each function there are 2 or 3 logics are there. Each and every logic is executed together. Next one. So here in a C program, we write number of predefined functions. We are using predefined function. Suppose like a printf, scanf. These function statements, CLR, SCR, clear screen. These all are predefined functions. Okay, we are using these predefined functions in our program, but this predefined function definition is available at system library, right? That system library is one area. Here you are writing your functions is here, and this function meaning is available in header files. That responsibility is takes by that linking responsibility taken by this preprocessor statements. The preprocessor statements is used to link the library system library files for finding the macros and defining the conditional inclusions. There are some meanings you understood in further classes, right? Next one, header files. Header files are used to recognize the specific functions of the file. So there is a printf function is there. The printf function is recognized by this header file. And next one, this is a preprocessor statement. Preprocessors are used for link the system library files to your program. That's enough. The next one, in a definition section, and a global declaration section. So here just observe, before the main method we are calling global declaration section. If you want to provide particular variable to your entire program, just observe, your program is having set of functions. Your C program is having set of functions. It's not only one function. C program contains number of functions. If you want to provide one variable name, suppose a value 10, it is always a value 10. Everyone can access this a value. That situation, you declared this a value at global area. Global area means everyone can access entire program. Only within the program, outside the programmer never access this value, right? So this a value you want to provide to entire your program, then you can place this a as a global variable. Then entire your C program can be accessed. Next one, within the main method, within the main method there again two parts are there, that is a declaration part and executable part. Just observe, this global variable is for entire program, but you want to provide some particular variable within the function, not an entire program, particular area only you want to declare one variable you are placing. Suppose there is a value 100, suppose b value 100 is there. This b value is available only this area, it never permitted to this area, it is not possible. But a is available here and here, anywhere in the program. A value is available in anywhere in the program, but b is only available in this section. Next, executable part. Every C program having executable statement in the sense printf. Like suppose you feel like right now you are beginner level, there is a printf statement is there. There are open braces and close braces. With the help of executable part, we are executing our program. And just observe, this is our structure. Generally we are using this way. We are using this is our program structure. Hash include header file and void main and header file. Just you observe, and so this is one of our program. Just observe here. So these are, we are not writing here any statements. We are not writing here any documentation section statements. Like there is no comment. First of all, this first area is nothing but preprocessor section. Preprocessor section means you understood here, the documentation section is not mandatory. Documentation section is not mandatory. But if you want to write, you write. That are never compile and never execute. You understood that. Next one, there is header files and there are some functions are there. Printf and getch and clr, scr. These are some predefined functions. These predefined function is available at some area, and this function definition is available at C. With the help of this preprocessor statement, with the help of these header files, you are linking with this function to this particular header files, right? With the help of this hash include, you are communicating, you are connecting this function definition to this program. And just observe, this is our program, void main. There is no local variable and there is no global variable. Just we are writing preprocessor statements and some executable part in the sense printf. You understood? And just observe, and how we are executing, this is one way. So just you observe, we write here program only how many lines we write here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? But how many lines is compiled? 463 lines. Right, you are writing, you are mentioning, you are only 10 lines approximately, but it compiles, it checks 463. How? Because there is a preprocessor statement give this function meaning. This function meaning is provided by this preprocessor statement. So overallly, this including this predefined function lines, the total lines are 463. You understood? Right. We write only 10 lines, but totally this program containing, that remaining 450 lines are linked with the header files. The header files are providing that much of statements to this program. While we are executing this one, just observe, this statement will be prints. You understood? Right. First we write the program and it compiles and execute. So we discuss laterly in depthly, right? So right now we need to discuss some of the header files, some of the commonly used library functions. Just you observe here, we are using only printf, scanf and clr, scr and studio and stdio and conio.h only we are discussing, right? So here we want to discuss some of the commonly used library functions. Just you observe here, studio.h. Studio.h in the sense standardized input output, for taking input values and providing output. For that functional facility is provided by this studio.h. And if you want to write any mathematical functions, you should access this header file. If you want to print the time, you can write this time.h header file. Suppose you want to do some functionality with your strings, then you want to copy some strings, you want to paste, you want to calculate the string. That situation you are using string.h. There is, if you want to print your statements, that situation definitely you use console.input output. So these are commonly used header files. So but we are going to discuss in depth in further classes. Right now, what are the basic functions we are using? Basic functions. printf, scanf, clr, scr and getch. These four are we are using regularly. Every program we are using. Printf means it prints some statements. It prints. So there is a int, float, string. We are discussing at data types time, right? There is a scanf time. Suppose if you want to get the data from the keyboard, user giving us some values with the help of keyboard only, right? So scanf can read the data from keyboard. Next one, clr, scr. Suppose clear the screen. Output screen will be erased. The previously executed statements will be erased, not disturbing previous output. Just our output is start from first line. Next, getch. Getch in the sense it reads a character from keyboard. This is our base structure of our program. Just you observe basic structure. What is the basic structure? Documentation section, preprocessor section, definition section. So this is a basic structure, and just you follow this document, right? As per examination also this. Next one, we are going to discuss rules. So what are the rules are there? Every program must. What are the rules? One, we are going to discuss every statement, and the statements always end with a semicolon. Always ends with a semicolon. Blank spaces are not allowed. Blank spaces are not allowed. And always you write. So here rules, first only lowercase in the sense you never write capital letters within the printf statement. Within the printable statements only you can write, but always you should write lowercase letters only. The next one, every statement is end with semicolon. Every statement is end with semicolon, and blank spaces are not allowed in between the functions or whatever it may, functions, variable name, anywhere blank spaces are not allowed. Blank space. Why? Blank space is also one of the character, you mind it. And you can write statement anywhere in between these braces, opening brace and closing brace, not outside the program and before the program. So before the braces and outside the braces. Next one, you can write n number of lines. In a one single line you want to write n number of statements, but every statement is end with a semicolon. If you want to place 3 statements in single line, C programming allows, but you are separating that 3 statement with the help of semicolon. You understood? So what are the C rules? The first one, you never write capital letters. Always you write lowercase letters. Every line is end with semicolon. Blank spaces are not allowed. Every line, every statement is within the braces only. You place the statement within the braces only. If you want to write multiple statements in within the line, you can separate that statements with a semicolon. These are rules. Totally we having only 5 rules. Lowercase letters, end with semicolon, no blank spaces, write in between the braces, and each and every line is separate with the help of semicolon. Just you observe the document. Just observe this document. Everything is clear. Is right? The next one. These are programming rules, right? Next one. Common. Already we explained this. Next one. How we are executing this program. How we are executing. Just you observe before that I want to show you how we can do this. The totally we are having creating the program and compiling the program and linking the program and executing the program. Just you observe, totally we have save first one creating the program. How do we create? Some of the editor we required. Some of the editor, there are plenty editors are there. In a future lectures I will show you what editor is best for C program. That is in further classes. First one, write your program in one editor and save with .c extension. You can write your file name anything. So any .c, sample.c. So you mind it that. And next one is compile your program. Second one is compile. That is nothing but Alt F9. What it does? Alt F9. It compiles your program. Compiles in the sense you are writing in a general English, right? high level code. Your high level code only, you are writing high level code. This high level code is converting to machine understandable format, machine language. That is nothing but zeros and ones it convert. When you are typing this alt F9, it is compile your code. It compiler is there inside C program. There is a compiler is there. That compiler converts your program into machine understandable form. The next one, linking the program with system library files. Third one is linking the program. Linking, how we can link with the help of control ctrl plus F9. So when we are doing this, automatically your program is linking with system library files. It will be do automatically it is done, and executing alt control F9 only, ctrl control F9. It is while when we are pressing this control F9, it is do the link your program with system library files. The parallelly it will be execute your code. While executing your code, again you get two type of errors. One is logical error and one more is data error. So logical error in the sense, suppose if you want to print 1 to 10 numbers, you are giving condition logical error 1 to 10 numbers, right? Means your program want to print 1 2 3 up to 10. After 10 printing, it want to stop, but you are giving wrong logic. Means you are giving unstoppable execution. I mean that you are giving, suppose you are trying to print 1 to 10, but it never stops. It will be continuously print until there is no, your execution is not stopped. That is nothing but logical error. That is nothing but when we are doing control statement, that time you will be get control statement. When we are doing control statement program, that time how the logical programs are very precious. If in case you miss the logic, your program is never ends. And some situation your program not executes. Two ways is there. Logical error having two ways. If in case you are giving proper logic, it will be execute and it will be stops your execution. But improper logic, it executes your program but it never stops. That is the one case. And one more case is it is not executes. Your program doesn't show any errors, but it never execute any program. No errors, no execution. Next one is data error. That is syntactual error. Syntax errors we discuss in furtherly, right? So syntactical errors, it never execute the program. The totally we are having 4 stages while executing C program. What is first? Creating the C program, and next one is compiling and linking with C library files and executable. So you can remember two things, that is alt plus F9 and control plus F9. First one is compiling the program, second one is executing the program and linking with system library files. Okay, now I am using this software. Yes, this is we are using right turbo C++, but just you observe, I didn't write any program right now. I am not writing any program, just you observe. So this is I am saving here you observe, I am saving this file with sample12.c. I am saving your file with .c, and I write some of the statements. You observe here, sir, you only tell na, just you observe what are the rules. Every statement is ended with semicolon or not. And one you observe, I said capital letters, everything is in lowercase letters, but I write in capital letters here, FS and Srikanth and C capital letters. You observe here, within the executable statement, within the executable message, that is user choice. This is the executable part this printf having print your statement. This executable message you can write all capital letters, that is not at all mandatory, right? But here this printf is there. This printf you never write capital letter. Just observe, first of all I want to compile this program. Just observe, compile alt F9. What it gives? 463 lines, right? When we are changing this statement, just observe, capital letters I want to write capital letters, capital T. Just observe, compile, it now shows It is mistake actually. The software is not works properly. Alt F9 and I am trying to execute Control F9. Just observe, this is our output. I'll check the software. So right now it's not working properly, right? These are executing the C program. You understood, right? Using one of the editor, and we are saving our program with sample12.c, and next one we are writing some code every line with the based on rules, and we are compiling and we are executing. Control plus F9, executing. Just observe, and we are concluding 4 topics. One is basic structure and rules for C program and commonly used library functions, and how we are executing C program. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.